this group shows that you're going to need a good amount of depth in your squad with doing the Olympic team as well as the Socceroos. We're getting more and more players that are getting ready for the phase 3 of the World Cup qualifiers. So I expect, a great group of players that will put in a great performance in every game that we play.
Thank you. As you have also mentioned in a previous interview, it is always a tough journey to qualify to the final round. How confident are you of Australia's chances? How do the Socceroos stand out from others?
Yeah, look, I think what we learned in the second phase, where we had to play 7 out of 8 games away from home, and we won all 8 games, has given the players a lot of belief and confidence when they play away from home. It's just like playing at home. So we've shown in that second.
The FIFA World Cup returns to Asia next year, and Asia's top teams will be competing for their ultimate glory among the global football powerhouses. But before we proceed any further, let's take a look at this team's highlight video to remind those who have reached up until this stage of the competition. What a thrilling competition we have ahead of us by just looking at the 12 teams. In fact, the previous edition of FIFA World Cup in Russia saw a record of 5 Asian teams competing at the global showpiece. And this Qatar 2022 promises to be the greatest ever edition to date. Without a doubt, it is every team's dream to secure a ticket to the FIFA World Cup, the ultimate stage of the international football tournament. And maybe that is the reason why the round 2 of the Asian qualifiers saw Asia's top-tier teams creating numerous moments of brilliance as they steer their sides to today's final round draw. Now, we're almost there to the main event. However, before we get to the draw, let's turn our attention to the draw mechanics video to understand how everything works.
AFC Asian Qualifiers Road to Qatar Draw Mechanism. 12 Asian Football Confederation AFC member associations, 7 group winners and 5 of the second best placed teams from the Asian Qualifiers Round 2 have qualified for the AFC Asian Qualifiers Road to Qatar. Group winners of preliminary Round 2, 8 teams. 7 AFC member associations that will qualify for the AFC Asian Qualifiers Road to Qatar final round by virtue of finishing as group winners from the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 preliminary competition and AFC Asian Cup China 2023 qualifiers primary joint qualification round 2 in their respective groups. 5 AFC member associations that will qualify for AFC Asian Qualifiers Road to Qatar final round by virtue of finishing as best second-placed teams from the preliminary joint qualification round 2 among all groups according to the criteria to determine the ranking of best second-placed teams among the groups sent via AFC letter dated 29th July 2019. Competition format. According to the decision by the AFC Competitions Committee, seeding for the draw shall be based on the latest FIFA rankings available at the time of the draw. Therefore, the FIFA Coca-Cola ranking released on 18th June 2021 is applied to identify the seeding for the draw. 12 teams will be drawn into 2 groups of 6 teams each, who will compete in a home and away round-robin format. Additionally, the subsequent match sequence will be applied following the AFC Competitions Committee's decision. The winner and runner-up of each group, 4 teams in total, will qualify to the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 finals. The third-place teams of each group, 2 teams in total, will qualify for the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 Asian playoff round, with the winner qualifying for the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 Intercontinental playoff round, the details of which will be communicated once finalized. 6 country pots. Pot 1, Pot 2, Pot 3, Pot 4, Pot 5 and Pot 6. Teams will be divided into 6 pots according to the rankings. Pot number represents the position the team shall be placed in the group. Teams from Pot 6, Pot 5, Pot 4, Pot 3, Pot 2 and Pot 1 shall be placed in position 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 respectively in each group. The first and second balls drawn from each pot shall be placed in groups A and B respectively. Draw will commence in the following sequence: Pot 6, Pot 5, Pot 4, Pot 3, Pot 2, Pot 1. Pot 6. The first ball drawn from Pot 6 will be placed in position A6. Similarly, the next ball drawn will be placed in position B6. The same principle and sequence will apply across pots 5 and 1. This shall conclude the draw for the AFC Asian Qualifiers Road to Qatar.
Now that we're all clear on the draw mechanics, I'd like to kindly introduce today's draw conductor, AFC General Secretary Dato Windsor John.
A very good afternoon from Kuala Lumpur. It is my privilege, on behalf of the AFC President, Sheikh Salman bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa, to offer you all a warm welcome to today's final round draw for the AFC Asian Qualifiers Road to Qatar. We must congratulate the 12 teams who have reached this stage after an exciting qualification competition. It was a great campaign that was successfully and safely completed under very challenging circumstances. And we convey our appreciation to all our member associations, as well as the 7 centralized hosts for putting in place the highest health and safety standards. Now we turn our attention to the final round of qualification for the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. So let us review the pots for today's draw. Our first pot is pot 6. Where we have Vietnam and Lebanon, the 11th and 12th ranked teams. In pot 5, we have Oman and Syria. Iraq and China PR go to pot 4. They are ranked 7th and 8th in the AFC ranking. Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates will be in our pot 3. Pot 2 is for Australia and Korea Republic, our 3rd and 4th ranked teams. And finally, the highest seats in our draw today, Japan and Islamic Republic of Iran. Now that all is set, we are ready to start the draw. Let's start with pot 6 and see which team will play in the two groups. The first team drawn, which will be positioned in A6, is Lebanon. Second time in the final round World Cup qualifiers. Lebanon will be placed in A6. And let's confirm the remaining team going to position B6 is Vietnam. First time in the World Cup qualifiers final round. Pot 5 has our 9th and 10th ranked teams. Let's see who will join Lebanon in Group A, position A5. It will be Syria. Reached the World Cup qualifiers Asian playoff for the FIFA World Cup 2018, Syria. And the other team in pot 5 is Oman. Second time in the World Cup qualifiers final round, Oman. Right, we move to pot 4 and see whether it is Iraq or China PR who will join Group A. Position A4. Iraq qualified once for the FIFA World Cup in 1986. Iraq. And in position B4, it will be China PR, qualified for the FIFA World Cup in 2002. Now, the first half of the draw is now complete, but there is no halftime break. We continue straight to pot 3. Now, pot 3 has the 5th and 6th place teams, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates. Let's see which one will be in Group A. In position A3, UAE, United Arab Emirates, qualified for the FIFA World Cup 1990. That means the remaining team should be positioned in B3, Saudi Arabia. Qualified 5 times for the FIFA World Cup, 1974, 1998, 2006, 2014, and 2018, Saudi Arabia. We are getting closer to the top seats. Pot 2 has Australia and Korea Republic. Let's see which one gets a spot in Group A. And will be for position A2. Korea Republic qualified 10 times for the FIFA World Cup, 1954, and consecutively from 1986 to 2018, Korea Republic. And in position B2, it of course must be Australia, qualified for the FIFA World Cup 1974 and 2006 and 2018. Australia. We have one more pairing to draw. Asia's top-ranked national teams, Japan and Islamic Republic of Iran. Which of them will join Group A? Islamic Republic of Iran qualified 5 times for the FIFA World Cup 1978, 1998, 2006, 2014 and 2018. That means the last team to join Group B in B1 should be, and for sure it is Japan, qualified 6 times for the FIFA World Cup 1998, 2002, 2006, 2010, 14 and 18, Japan. That concludes the draw for today and confirms these 12 teams road to Qatar 2022. On behalf of the AFC and the AFC President, I would like to wish all the teams, players, as well as the coaches in virtual attendance today, the very best of success. Back to you, Junwan.
They are up against to secure their place for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Now, back to the draw results. Clearly, some intriguing ties are in store for Asian football fans. I'm sure all of you who are watching now are eager for the matches to kick off in September. So speaking of which, let's go over the 2 groups again. In Group A, we have Islamic Republic of Iran, Korea Republic, UAE, Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon. And for Group B, we have Japan, Australia, Saudi Arabia, China PR, Oman, and Vietnam. The draw results and the match schedule will be made available through AFC's official website and official social media platforms. Before we let you go, let me quickly remind about the final qualifying stage. The winner and runner-up from each of the 2 groups will qualify directly to the FIFA World Cup. And the 2 best third-place teams will be played in the Asian playoff, with the winner of that match obtaining the final ticket to the Intercontinental Playoff match. That is all from me today. Thank you to AFC commercial partners for your support and very best luck to the 12 participating teams. May the matches be played in the spirit of fair play. And always stay safe. thank you all for joining us, especially the 12 head coaches. Thank you for your time. We'll now proceed to the next segment, live interview sessions with the head coaches. I'll be asking 3 to 4 questions each, and the order will be in an alphabetical order. Please make sure to stay on until the end of the entire event. So, starting from Australia. Australia is in Group B. Sir, thank you for your time. First question to you. Your immediate focus is obviously the upcoming Olympics. Do you feel you can somehow take advantage in a way of mixing around the squad for the Olympics and the final round of qualifiers?
Yeah, look, I think this group shows that you're going to need a good amount of depth in your squad with doing the Olympic team as well as the Socceroos. We're getting more and more players that are getting ready for the phase 3 of the World Cup qualifiers. So I expect, a great group of players that will put in a great performance in every game that we play.
Thank you. As you have also mentioned in a previous interview, it is always a tough journey to qualify to the final round. How confident are you of Australia's chances? How do the Socceroos stand out from others?
Yeah, look, I think what we learned in the second phase where we had to play 7 out of 8 games away from home and we won all 8 games has given the players a lot of belief and confidence when they play away from home. It's just like playing at home. So we've shown in that second phase a lot of resilience and, as I said, a lot of belief. So wherever we play, we expect to win every game.
Finally, what are your thoughts on the Australia's group?
Yeah, both groups are strong, but all we can do is focus on ourselves and make sure we get ourselves ready for whoever we play against, whenever we play that, and make sure, as I said, is just focus more on ourselves and make sure that our players are ready to play against whoever we play against.
Thank you, sir, for your answers, and good luck for the Olympics. Now to China PR. We have our head coach with us. China PR is located also in Group B. Sir, thank you for your time. I'll go straight to the question. Since taking over the Chinese national team, you won all 4 matches in the second round of the Asian qualifiers. Although it has been only 4 matches, are you satisfied with the shape of your team, or do you think there's still room for improvement in getting ready to the final round of qualifiers?
因为疫情的关系，我们在过去近2年的时间没有在国外，包括打一些有质量的友谊赛，所以我希望能在12月份之前，或包括中间的阶段，我们可以多打一些高水平的友谊赛。
Yes, due to the pandemic, for almost 2 years we didn't play any international games, especially when we played abroad. So I wish before the final round of the qualification, we can play some international games high level.
Thank you. Without a doubt, Chinese fans will be delighted to see their national team advancing to the FIFA World Cup, considering the next edition of the AFC Asian Cup will be held in China. Do you feel pressure to meet the expectations of the fans?
我们中国有非常多的球迷，然后给我们的巨大的支持，这也是我们在国家队踢球一个巨大的动力。
We have lots of football fans who is always supporting our team. I think it's a great motivation for the team.
Thank you. Finally, are you happy with the group?
很好，非常。
It's a very good group.
我们会竭尽全力打好每一场比赛。
And we will try our best to play all the games.
All right. Good luck, sir, for the Group B matches. Now, moving on to Islamic Republic of Iran. We have the head coach, Mr. Skocic, on the screen. Thank you, sir, for your time. And Islamic Republic of Iran is located in Group A. Coach, in Iranian football history, Croatian tacticians have had a heavy influence on the team, being the highest number of foreign head coaches in charge of Iran. Why do you think this is so? How do you rate managing the Iranian team? Sir, you're on mute. Thank you.
Croatian coaches obviously know how to adapt the Iranian culture, and they didn't know underestimate the environment. We found ourselves halfway in between our philosophy of the play and understanding the needs of particularity of this environment. I'm proud to be head coach of the national team, and I wear a big responsibility.
Brilliant. Iran has always been one of the powerhouses of Asian football. Since taking over the Iranian national team, the team have won all 7 matches. Are you satisfied with the current form of the team?
Yes, I'm satisfied. For me, it's more important that this 7 victory is that fact that we achieved them under great mental pressure and under circumstances where no mistake was allowed. We are highly motivated and ready to take new challenges.
Thank you. Finally, your thoughts on your group contenders?
I neither have preferences nor team that I want to avoid. We have to think about ourselves. We have some experiences in the last few months with Syria and Iraq, but I told you, we must think about ourselves.
Thank you, Mr. Skocic, for your answers. Now going to Iraq. Mr. Katanets will be with us today, and Iraq is located in Group A. Sir, thank you for your time. I'll go straight to the questions. The Iraq national team has always displayed strong performance in the AFC Asian Cup. It has, however, been long since the team managed to qualify for the FIFA World Cup. Do you think you can bring the form that your team showed in the 2019 AFC Asian Cup to the final rounds of the qualifiers? Yes.
Hello, hello.
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you, and first, good luck for all the 12 teams in second round in FIFA qualifiers. I am sure that our teams now, after 2019 in Asia Cup, now our players more experienced. And also my coach, it is before he only worked many days with the teams in 2019, and now we have good time for prepare our team, and I'm sure that will display a strong performance in this qualifiers.
Thank you. All 12 teams competing in the final round of qualifiers are tough. Where do you think Iraq stands against the other teams?
I think now after with these 6 teams, I think we are in the third. We are in 3 strong teams. I think we have a good chance in this group.
Finally, are you happy with the group?
Yeah, I'm happy with this group because I think it is the teams, and we know anything about these teams.
Thank you, sir. Good luck for your preparation for the final round of qualifiers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now to Japan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. for your time. Second round of the Asian qualifiers, scoring 11 goals, leading the competition. How important will he be for the UAE in the final round of qualifiers?
First of all, we are very happy with Ali Mabhout. Ali is now 30 years old and he's playing his best football ever. He's breaking record after record, and he played in an important part in qualifying for the final round. But Ali is a great player, a leader who want to win, who want to win for the team and help the other players. For him, I don't know. We should play better to help Ali to score more.
Good luck to Ali. So, second question. If UAE qualifies for the World Cup, it will be the second time since 1990. Do you think UAE is ready to showcase their talent at the global showpiece in FIFA World Cup?
I think we are ready. In June, we played 4 games and we win 4 games. We scored 15 goals and we are playing an attacking football and we have our own style now that gives us more confidence and we are ready for that.
Finally, are you satisfied with your group?
It is clear that it will be a big challenge to finish first or second in this very strong group. We respect our opponent, but at the same time, we are not afraid. It will be difficult, but we have chance to qualify.
Thank you, sir. Best luck to the upcoming matches in September.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now to Vietnam national team. Vietnam is located in Group B. Do we have? Yes, we have our head coach. 박항서 감독님, 시간 내주셔서 감사합니다. 네, 영어로 질문 드리겠습니다. In an interview after the second round of the Asian qualifiers, you said if you had to pick one team that you would like to avoid in the same group, it is Korea Republic. Are you relieved that they are in the different group?
대한민국과 다른 조로 편성이 되셨는데 다른 조와 편성이 돼서 안심이 되시는지 여쭤봅니다.
우리는 베트남은 이제 최종 예선에 첫 진출입니다. 우리가 또 시드 6번을 배정받았고 우리는 뭐 어쨌든 이런 첫 진출이기 때문에 저희들은 한 경기 한 경기 잘 준비해서 어떤 팀들과 도전하는 자세로 한 경기 한 경기 치를 생각이라고 생각하고 있습니다.
Okay, Vietnam, this is their first time reaching the final qualification round of the World Cup. We will take each game at a time, preparing each game, challenging for each game, and we will compete at every level.
Second question. It is without a doubt that your popularity in Vietnam continues to skyrocket. Since joining in 2017, how do you think you have changed the team in general? Why do you think Vietnamese fans love you so much?
베트남 국가대표 감독으로 부임한 이후로 팀이 전반적으로 어떻게 변화시켰다고 생각하시나요? 그리고 축구 팬들이 감독님을 열정적으로 지지하고 사랑하는 이유는 무엇이라고 생각하십니까?
우리 팀의 뭐 변화된 것은 그때 우리 선수들이 이제 상대방을 뭐 그렇게 상대방에 대해서 두려움이라든지 어떤 쉽게 지지 않는다는 어떤 그런 어떤 자신감 이런 부분이 뭐 제가 봤을 때는 어느 상대를 만나더라도 쉽게 무너지지 않는다는 게 우리 팀의 지금 뭐 제가 감독을 부임해서 하고 있고 또 제가 베트남 국민들이 또 축구를 너무 사랑하기 때문에 뭐 그런 축구 사랑이 우리 전체직 대표팀에도 많은 영향과 격려가 된다고 생각하고 있습니다.
The biggest change in the Vietnamese football is the mentality of the players, especially when facing the stronger opponents, whether they're strong or they're weak. The mentality of the players have changed most significantly. Secondly, the love of the Vietnamese fans have really supported the team and the players, especially their love for football have really supported the national team and including myself.
Vietnam will be making their debut in this stage of the Asian qualifiers for the FIFA World Cup. But do you think your team can surprise the rest?
베트남이 역사상 처음으로 아시아 최종 예선에 진출하게 되었는데요. 이번 최종 예선에서 베트남이 다른 국가들 모두를 놀라게 할 수 있을까요?
뭐 첫 번째 아까 질문하셨다시피 우리는 첫 진출이고 또 지금 우리 B조에는 각각의 나라가 색깔만을 가지고 있는 축구를 각각만을 가지고 있는 색깔이 있는 사람들 팀들입니다. 그래서 우리한테는 정말 각각의 색깔이 있는 팀들과 만나서 또 좋은 경험을 할 수 있는 계기가 될 것이라 생각하고 있고 또 이런 팀들하고의 경기에서 다양한 색깔을 가지고 있는 팀들에 비해서 우리는 또 발전할 것이고 또 우리는 거기에 대해서 이 팀들과에 대해서 끝까지 경쟁해서 도전하는 자세로 이번 대회로 임할 생각입니다.
Thank you. Finally, sorry.
This is the first time that Vietnamese football has reached the final qualification round, and in the Group B, each team has its own color, has its own team spirit and style of play. This is an opportunity for Vietnam football to learn and to develop as we prepare for these games, and we will take each game at one time.
Thank you, sir. Finally, your thoughts on your group.
마지막으로 감독님 그 그룹에 대해서 어떻게 생각하시는지요?
우리보다 전부 다 강한 팀들이기 때문에 도전하는 자세로 각 팀들마다 도전하는 자세로 준비해서 상대하도록 하겠습니다.
In Group B, all the teams are stronger than us. We will come prepared for each game as a humble heart, challenging with a challenging spirit, and we will try our best.
Thank you, head coach. 시간 내주셔서 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Good luck. That is all. Thank you once again for all the 12 representatives for your time. I wish all the best luck for your preparation and hope to see you soon in September. Until then, bye-bye.